What is light? It seems like such a simple question. Light is the reason we can see the world around us. It streams from our sun, it travels across the vast emptiness of space, it bounces off the pages of a book, allowing you to read these very words. For centuries we thought we understood it. Many, including Isaac Newton, believed light was a stream of tiny little bullets. They were particles he called corpuscles. They traveled in straight lines like a ball you might throw. It was a neat, tidy, and sensible idea. It explained a lot about how light behaves, like how it casts sharp shadows. It made perfect sense, fitting neatly into our everyday experience of the world. But there was another idea, a stranger and more mysterious one. Some scientists imagined that light wasn't a particle at all. They proposed it was a wave, rippling through the universe. Much like a wave ripples across the surface of a pond, the universe, it seemed, was presenting us with a choice, a fundamental question about the nature of reality itself. Enter Thomas Young, a British polymath. Young was a true genius, a physician, a physicist. He was fascinated by ancient languages and the mechanics of the human eye. He was intrigued by the great debate about light. Newton's particle theory dominated, but Young favored the wave theory. He saw the world as vibrations and waves and suspected light was the same. If light were a wave, it must behave like other waves, such as water waves and sound waves. This was his starting point. Young devised a beautifully simple experiment to test it. He imagined sending waves at a barrier with two small openings. In a tank of water, you'd see the wave pass through the slits, creating two smaller waves on the other side. But that is not what Thomas Young saw. When he performed his experiment, he did not find two simple, bright lines on the screen. Instead, something utterly astonishing appeared. He saw a series of bright and dark bands, a fringe pattern across the screen. There was a bright band in the very center, a dark band beside it, another bright band, another dark band. The bands faded out towards the edges. It was beautiful, mysterious, deeply confusing. Young recognized it immediately. It matched the interference pattern he had theorized, like water waves. Bright bands equal sine waves adding together, constructive interference. Dark bands equal sine waves canceling out, destructive interference. Light seemed to be interfering with itself, like a wave, a shocking revelation. How could light create darkness? How could it be in two places at once? In the 20th century, with the arrival of quantum mechanics, scientists repeated the experiment not just with light, but with tiny particles like electrons. Shockingly, they found that electrons, which we know to be individual particles, also created an interference pattern when sent through two slits. It was as if each single electron was behaving like a wave, going through both slits at the same time and interfering with itself. This paradox is the mind-bending heart of quantum theory. An object can be both a particle and a wave, and its behavior depends on whether or not you are watching it. This concept, known as wave-particle duality, is now a cornerstone of modern physics. It means that at the quantum level, reality is fuzzy and probabilistic. An electron doesn't exist in one single place until it is measured. Instead, it exists as a wave of probability. The double-slit experiment is the clearest demonstration of this bizarre and wonderful truth. It tells us that the universe is not a clockwork machine of definite particles, but a shimmering, uncertain sea of possibilities.